Going in 10. 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome, Spencer Walker. One thing that is so funny about this interview is people see Spencer Walker on the whiteboard and they're like, who is this guy? Like, I think I remember, you started right around like COVID time, right? With Salty Hive?
Yeah.
Okay, so I remember seeing you when the gym was closed and I was like, okay, maybe I just haven't met him yet. And then we started coming back and I remember being like, who is Spencer Walker? Like, I see his scores on Beyond the Whiteboard all the time. Who is he? So that's where we're going to start. Who are you?
Cool. Yeah, I don't know. Who am I? Yeah, I'm 34 years old. I actually went to college with Z, or you guys all know him as Justin, I think. I know him as Z.
Yeah, on the whiteboard, we write Jay-Z. So a little combo of, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I actually went to college with Z down at Utah State, lived with him for a few years, right when he was starting his kind of CrossFit journey there at Utah State. But I guess a little bit more about me. I'm a social worker. I work in child welfare up here in Idaho, partner with the state to help youth get out of foster care. Kind of a passion of mine, and yeah, lifting up heavy things and putting them back down. I'm an outdoorsy kind of guy, like going camping, backpacking, being outside in the mountains. Yeah, I guess that's me in a nutshell.
Cool. Okay, cool. So that's kind of interesting. You're a social worker. Justin was kind of a social worker. So you guys have kind of been like similar pathways. So that's cool. Yep. And it seems like you've obviously stayed somewhat close considering you can continue on with his programming. So that's awesome. Yeah. So I guess that's how you found Salty Hive, is that through Justin. But give us a little bit more on that story. Like, when did that come about? How did that come about?
Yeah. So, well, yeah, like I said, I went to college with Z. He actually got me into social work. He's kind of why I am a social worker, which is interesting. But I guess a little bit about how I got into Salty Hive CrossFit. It was during the pandemic. It was when Z was doing the closed back then. And I just saw his posts and stuff. You know, I had worked out in high school and kind of been a lot more active, but then in college kind of fallen off of things. And I was working from home at the time, didn't have a whole lot to do. And I just kept I think it was maybe the 6th day of the closed or something like that. I'm like, I might as well try something, get a little bit of a sweat on. So I just started doing them as he put them out. And then the gym opened back up. And he was still kind of doing the hybrid in the gym workouts with the at-home workouts. So yeah, I actually, the first time I did it, I threw a bunch of books into a book bag and just kind of started throwing the book bag around.
That's awesome.
yeah. I think it was 20 pounds or something. I weighed it, just to see. And started there. And then what else? I had a book bag and those camping water jugs.
Oh yeah.
Those blue ones, the old school ones. I have one of those and I filled it up with water. So that was about 70 pounds so that I could do bent over rows and things like that with it.
Gosh.
So yeah, I really just started working out in the garage. And then my home gym has kind of escalated from there. I think I just get a bunch of hand-me-downs from Salty Hive CrossFit. When Z wants to get new equipment, he sells it to me and I get it whenever I'm down there. But yeah, I have a pretty good setup. I mean, I'm able to do most of the workouts that you all do in the gym, minus the equipment or the machines. I mean, I don't have a rower, bike, or ski erg or anything like that, but I got a squat rack last summer, which has really just overall benefited me. Because before with squatting, I could only squat what I could clean. I'd have to clean them up and then I'd do a front squat with it, so.
Right.
But now I'm able to put more weight on, which is nice. And then also the pull-up bar has been instrumental really overall.
Yeah. So that's on your squat rack.
Yeah, just on the top. I just use the
Nice.
top for pull-ups and things. So yeah, I think that's kind of how I got to it. I've been to 2 classes at Salty Hive CrossFit over the years. I just went to my second one earlier this spring and got to do a partner workout with Z, which was nice because
nice.
so weird. Yeah, I think kind of on the flip side of what you were saying earlier, it's like I follow these people, and their scores and their times and their weights, but I've never met them. I just know them,
Right.
by their name.
I know. And I feel like
so
that's
crazy.
that's like with you too, is like people, like, I mean, some people will look at me on the whiteboard and be like, okay, like, what are people getting today? Like, what are the scores? And then all of a sudden Spencer Walker comes in and they're just like, I have never met this person. But it's like, you're still part of like this community. So it's cool. I'm excited for people to like get to know you. And so then you can really be a part of the community.
Yeah, it was cool because when I was down there in the spring, I got to meet a couple people.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, which was cool because it's a very similar thing. They're like, I see you all the time on Beyond the Whiteboard, but now I get to put a face to the name.
Yeah, that's good. Do you strictly work out in your garage gym, or do you ever go to a traditional gym, or what does that look like?
Just my garage gym. I went to a traditional gym for a little bit. I had a knee injury, so I just got like a Planet Fitness membership so I could use the bike a little bit to do some rehab and a couple other machines to kind of re-strengthen my knee. But other than that, just the garage. Just sweating in the garage.
How'd you injure the knee?
I'm trying to think, how did I? I think it was during a squat. I think I went too deep. If I remember right, yeah, okay. And just kind of tweaked it. I've always had bad knees, so I've had surgeries on my knees and stuff like that. But yeah.
So what is your reasoning to continuing to follow Salty Hive's program even after like the closed?
Honestly, I like CrossFit specifically. I mean, I've only really ever done Salty Hive programming, but I guess it's always that next goal. I think Z's really good on the programming as far as we're working towards, in the fall, it was towards the 1,000-pound club. And then like improving your snatch or whatever the case may be in his programming. But it's just always that next goal and finding that next goal as it's related to fitness and just working towards it on a day in, day out basis with the programming. With that, and along with that too, I think just working out in general though, good. I back during the pandemic, I think I started because I was having a lot of anxiety like many people were during that time. I just had too much energy in my body. And it's a good way to get it out, so it definitely helps with that too, overall. But yeah, I think it's just that next goal. It's fun. It's competitive. I mean, even for me, it's competitive. I'm not in the gym, but like you were saying, I look at everybody's scores and kind of compare myself or see where maybe I can push and do a little bit better, here if that person I think I can match with. But yeah, I think it's competitive and goal centered and that just works for me.
Yeah, for sure. It's cool that you use the community to still push you, even though you're not like face to face with the community. So I think that that's like really cool and kind of shows how strong the CrossFit community really can be. Like if it's hitting you from Idaho, like that's a pretty strong community. So that's really, really cool. I love that so much.
Yeah, it is cool.
So you mentioned you don't have any machines. So when machines pop up, what's your go-to?
Well, early on, my go-to was to text Z and be like, what do I do here? I don't know what to do. But for rowing, I usually like to run. I'll do a run or maybe like burpee pull-ups or something like that. For the bike, it's typically box jumps are a good one to just get those legs really tired. And then ski erg, I think Z just sometimes, box jumps or down ups. I do a lot of down ups and burpees as well for the bike. And then ski erg is anywhere from kettlebell swings to whatever maybe Z might tell me to do. But yeah, I kind of just like to incorporate a lot of those calisthenics in with those machines for the
Nice.
most part.
What is your favorite movement?
Ooh, my favorite movement.
It's a tough
I
one.
would have to say probably just the burpee, honestly, because it's just everything.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
do they suck? Yes, especially when there's 50 of them at the end. I can't remember what one that is, but when there's the 50 at the end of that one workout, oh my gosh, that sucks. I hate those.
Oh, the Salty 50.
Is
And
that
it's
what? Yeah,
over the
yeah, yeah,
dumbbell. Oh yeah, those
yeah,
are the worst 50 burpees you ever do. Just
yeah.
like truly. Every time I see that one, I'm like, this workout doesn't even suck to those burpees.
Yeah, I know. You're like cruising through, and then you hit the burpee. Oh my god. Okay, here we go.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think just the burpee because it's overall, it does everything. You get a good full body in there.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I mean, you get the full range of motion, fully on the ground to a full stand up. So you get it all.
Yep.
Okay, what's your least favorite?
Handstand push-ups.
Oh, okay. This is actually a good segue because I was going to ask, like, where are you with your gymnastics skills? You obviously don't have like rings or anything like that. So when you do handstand push-ups, like, are you doing that to a full range of motion? Are you doing like an ab mat and a pad? Do you have like the setup for that? Like, what does that look like for you?
Um, yeah, so I'm on an ab mat now. I was a little bit higher. I was using a plate before.
Nice.
But yeah, an ab mat now. I just against the wall in the garage, I have like the skid mark. Ooh, another least favorite, wall walks. I'm not the biggest fan of wall walks. Anything
You and
really with my
everybody else.
feet, yeah, with my feet over my head. I'm not built that way. I'm not supposed to be like that. um, so I think
Do
that's
you handstand walk?
no, that's actually my goal for 2025 though, is to
Nice.
get
I
a
love that.
handstand walk in. Cause yeah, even my handstand hold is, I don't know what it is. I could look it up, but probably less than 10 seconds. Gymnastics
Okay.
is definitely my weak point because I mean, I'm just not able to do a lot of them. Even my pull-up bar, my feet hit the ground. I have to keep my knees bent in order,
Okay.
to stay above it.
Right.
But yeah, I would say gymnastics is definitely my weakest point for sure.
That's another going back to the pull-up bar. Do you incorporate kipping pull-ups at all, or are you strictly strict pull-ups?
Kipping too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Okay,
just keep
nice.
my knees up. It's not like a full kipping though. But yeah.
Okay, nice, nice. What about like, have you done or tried like any bar muscle ups like on the equipment that you have or anything like that?
I have tried a bar muscle up once, but I need to move my squat rack outside because the ceiling's too close. I would like hit my
Okay.
head on the ceiling. Um,
Okay.
and I just haven't yet. But technically I've never actually done a bar muscle up.
Okay.
But we'll get
Okay, very cool. When you're like trying gymnastic skills, like I'm just curious because obviously you don't really have like a coach there. Like you're just kind of doing your thing. Um, what what's your guidance? Like, are you like, do you look up like, okay, how do I do this? Or are you more of like a
there.
visual learner or do you text Justin? Like, what does that learning process look like for you?
A little bit of everything. I'll usually start with Z and texting him, and then either he'll send me a YouTube video or he'll kind of explain it, and then I'll watch, a tutorial or something on YouTube to kind of prepare myself, or keep learning and practicing. But yeah, a little bit of everything, I would say. There's some chatting with Z, and then a lot of YouTube videos,
Okay.
I would say.
That's awesome. I honestly think it's like so cool that you even incorporate high skill gymnastics or at least try to when you have like minimal equipment, minimal coaching, and honestly someone's not forcing you to do it. Like
That's
I
sometimes
think
the
that's
hardest part.
yeah, right? Like that's a lot of times when you come into class, it's like, well, I hate handstands, but that's just like what we're doing today.
Mhm.
And it would be so easy in a garage gym by yourself away from the gym to be like, well, I'm just not going to do handstands today because like
Yeah,
that's crazy. So I think it's
yeah.
so cool that you still like try to incorporate that high skill gymnastics.
Yeah, try.
Are you like a 5-6 days a week type guy? Are you a 3 to 4, 2 to 3? What does your workout schedule look like?
I would say 3 to 5, mostly.
Okay, nice.
And mostly Monday through Friday, rare because
Nice.
sometimes on the weekends are those partner wads too, which are a little bit more. I just have to think about it more. Honestly, is the only thing. But yeah, I try to stay as consistent as I can during the week, and then just have fun on the weekends for the most part.
Nice. Okay. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to go through some workouts with you
Mhm.
and like just I want to give a visual of like what that looks like. I'm even going to pull up I'm going to try to pull up your garage gym. I'm using a new system and I don't know how it works, but we're working on it. So,
No worries.
just for reference,
Hey.
this is his squat rack with his pull-up bar up here. So that's a reference there. And then we have his weights, his med ball. He's got some kettlebells, some dumbbells. Okay, so this is what we're working with as we go through these workouts, just as a visual for everyone.
Cool.
Okay, so the first one, I've kind of picked a couple of different types of workouts to see what that would look like. So the first one I picked was the one from August 14th. So that was actually 3 different partner workouts. It was a 9-minute AMRAP with 12 sled push, 12 overhead walking lunge, 60 pull-ups, and then another 9-minute of 60 assault bike calories, 60 kettlebell swings, 60 bench press with the dumbbells, and then another 9-minute AMRAP of 60 row calories, 60 lateral burpees over the rower, and then 60 wall balls. I picked this one because a lot of equipment and partner style, and I thought it was just complex, and I was kind of interested on if and how you did that one.
Well, one, I didn't do it. I can't remember what I was doing. I know. I can't remember what I was doing last Monday. Maybe one of those days where motivation was low.
Okay, that happens.
But well, and that's I mean, we can get into that, but sometimes that's the hardest part is just getting into the garage because like there's nobody else there to hype you up, So
right. And you're like at home, so you're like, I could just like be inside, like with my family, or I heard you have a dog that cheers you on.
Yes. Sometimes it cheers me on, sometimes gets in the way. She is really good though. Whenever I hit a PR, I get pretty excited, obviously, and I'll like clap, and then she'll come up because she knows that she gets a shake.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah,
that's funny.
She's my little partner.
That is
but
adorable.
into the 14th workout. So with a lot of the partner workouts, if it's like an AMRAP, I'll just cut the reps in half. So 30 for everything. Depending on how I'm feeling that day, I might just keep the 9 minutes and kind of rest periodically, or I'll build or put built-in rests into it. So like work 1 minute, rest 1 minute, or whatever the case may be. Work one rest. I like to work one, rest 30, and just get back to it. Resting 1 minute, especially on those smaller minute AMRAPs, just doesn't feel like enough. So sometimes I'll just do that. Or other times I've gotten guidance from Z where I keep the full everything and just do like a work one, rest one, work one, rest one. Especially if it's a longer, like 25-minute AMRAP or 30 for the partner wads. But so what was it? It started out with the rower, right? Or was
it started out with the sled push, which I'm curious what you would do instead of that.
I would have texted Z because I feel like I haven't really seen the sled push all that much. Maybe I don't know if it's recently y'all got one or.
So we have 3 sleds, but they're up top, and it takes like 5 people to get them down. so they're really hard
a work
to use.
To get them for you, yeah.
It is, yeah. So we have to so this time actually we brought them down for Saturday's workout, but Justin was like, they're already down. We're using them for Monday. So we just had to use them, but we don't use them very often. So yeah, that would definitely be something interesting. And then you have the overhead walking lunge, which you probably would just do that as written.
Yep.
Same with your pull-ups.
Yep.
Okay. And then you don't have an assault bike. So what would you do instead of that?
I would probably do box jumps, I would say, for this one. Or probably box jumps or down ups. Kind of
Okay.
depends. Sometimes I feel like box jumps are just a little bit more. Down ups are more if I'm trying to maybe get my heart rate up, myself a little bit more like cardio wise tired to then get into the next movements. But probably in this sense, box jumps, I would think.
Okay. And then you have a kettlebell, so you would just do kettlebells. What's the heaviest kettlebell you have?
50. I have one kettlebell with 50.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And then dumbbell bench press. What kind of weights are we looking for on that? Or do you have on that?
So typically right now what I would do is single arm with the kettlebell because my dumbbells, I have 35s is the highest I have in dumbbells.
Okay.
So I would just probably do singles with the 50 kettlebell for that.
That's
just
kind of
switch
cool.
sides. Yeah.
I've never done that before, but I actually feel like that would be pretty hard.
With the wrist especially, it's a lot of strain on the wrist.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's like a little more like unstable? Like,
yeah,
do you have
especially
to
just
stabilize
like
that a little more?
Yeah, you don't have the balance of both, at the same
Oh,
time.
right.
So you are, I feel like, using your core a little bit more too.
Right.
And I'm just on that. I don't have a bench, so I'm just on that box.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
We should, maybe when Justin watches this, he'll be like, oh, that's interesting. I'm going to program that.
Sometimes I think it was one, there was one in the open this year where it was like a alternating dumbbell clean and jerk, I think, or something like that. And I just used the kettlebell for that too, not really knowing how much, at least Z said that the kettlebell, between a dumbbell clean and jerk and a kettlebell clean and jerk is a lot more difficult or time consuming. I can't remember what he said, but
difficult for sure.
Yeah. Cause sometimes the 35 just isn't enough. So then I'll use the 50. But,
got it. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to switch gears real quick, cause you just talked about the open. Did you participate in the open?
I did. Yes. Yeah.
That's awesome. So continue.
In a roundabout way, because Z was my, what are they called when your coach or your
your judge that you
judge.
Like right in. Okay.
Yeah. So Z was my judge, and I think just trusted me that I was doing what I said I was doing. Right. And then I would just get a little bit of guidance from him prior to each workout, and then go for it.
That's awesome. So did you sign up like on CrossFit.com then? Even?
I did, yeah. Yep.
Oh, that is so cool. That is awesome. I'm trying to think of, okay, so we had the dumbbell clean and jerk and walking lunge. And burpees. So you probably did that one like as written. Mm-hmm. And then we had the thrusters and the pull-ups and the double unders. What did that workout look like for you?
Thrusters and pull-ups. Yeah, I can do both. On my squat rack specifically too, if there's like a barbell movement that's overhead, like a thruster, for instance, where I want to keep it up just so I can grab it and go rather than clean it up and then go. I have like the what are they? The longer bars that catch if you fail. I don't know what you call those, but on there. So I'll push the bar all the way back, and then I can leave the bar on there and do pull-ups.
Okay.
And then, double unders are a weakness, but we're working on them. Nice. And I have a jump rope too. So, cool. I can do those. And
then the last week, you couldn't do that one as written because I had a rower. So the last week was like,
I went to my buddy up here. He has a rower in his garage. So I went and worked out in his garage and used his rower. I did do that one, yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so you used his rower and then did the wall walks and the deadlifts and snatches. How did that workout go?
My forearms were on fire. Oh my gosh. And my one buddy up here has a beautiful garage gym. I'm very jealous of him, but isn't as consistent. So his bar was like brand new too. And it was a rogue bar. So it just felt completely different. And it was weird because I wasn't in my space, I wasn't using my equipment, but I really wanted to do it as written with the rower. So it was a little bit different, but I do remember my forearms were on fire after that one. It's a grippy one.
That is awesome. Which one was your favorite workout of the three?
I'm trying to think. Probably the first one with the thrusters, pull-ups, and double unders. If I
Okay,
remember
that was
right,
the second one.
oh, the second one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably the second one then. Because I think for whatever reason, my double unders were on that day. So that makes it
Oh,
even
okay.
better. Because they
Nice.
aren't
Yeah.
always. That's for sure.
That's always a good day when your double unders feel good.
Yep.
Yeah. I would
Yeah.
say like I'm proficient at double unders and I still have really bad days.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're always hit or miss, I feel like. Some people can just always hit them, but sometimes
I
they're always hit
know.
or miss.
I do like
Oh.
one of them and I can't even get one right off the bat. And then I get in my head, but
Yeah,
it's all good.
exactly. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the next workout I had, which was August
Okay.
15th. So that was the day after that's partner workout. So I chose this one because it had the high skill gymnastics. So I'm excited to talk about this one. So it was Salty Diane. And Salty Diane has two different versions, 1.0 and 2.0. Did you do this one?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, which version did you do? Or did you do a mixture?
I did 1.0 with 2.0 weights.
Oh, okay. So you did
I wanted the
deadlift and
heavier weights. Yeah.
okay. So you did the deadlift hand release push up and then the deadlift and bear crawl.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, I was just
What does your bear crawl space look like? Like is that in your garage, in your driveway?
So my garage is, what is it? I measured it out one time. It's 25 feet long, almost
Oh,
exactly.
okay.
So
Yeah,
I can
that's
just usually
perfect.
go, down and back. But sometimes my driveway is angled just a little bit, but sometimes if it's a little bit longer, I'll go down. I have a few spots that I know, like the distance. Same around the neighborhood with running. I have different mailboxes that I run to that are 200 meters, 400, 600, and 800
That's
around
awesome.
the neighborhood. Yeah.
I really respect and appreciate that you like take the distances and all those things like really seriously. Like I feel like you're really trying to get the stimulus and like that's one of the most important parts of CrossFit is like getting that stimulus and not just being like, well, I'm going to do this instead. It like seems like you're pretty much like Justin, pretty like articulate. Is that, I don't know if that's the right word, but like you want to do it right. You want to do it how it's programmed. And I just think that that's awesome, especially like in your case, it's way more work. And like at our gym, we already have those things set up. Everything is like set up for you. You just come in and do your thing, where you kind of you're on your own and you kind of have to figure it out yourself. So I think that that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, and I set up and break down the gym every day because my girlfriend won't. She has to have her car in the garage. So
you have to take it down every day.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Usually the squat rack is pushed in between the garbage cans. I don't know if they remember the picture, but I figured I'd pull it out for the picture and set it up.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. But
yeah, it's all put away, which breaking it down and getting it out.
So how long would you say your sessions take you with setting up, warming up, doing the workout, putting the equipment away?
Usually it's right around an hour, I would say.
Okay, nice.
I have my little warm-up routine, stretching and warm up, and then kind of set up the gym for whatever, or the garage for whatever the workout is. And then, doing the workout and then breaking it down.
Okay, nice. Okay, so next question is, what did you do today? Today was the 2K row.
I have not yet because I had an early work meeting, which this is another thing that's kind of nice about working out in the garage is I don't have to meet a class time, right? So sometimes I'll run home during my lunch break and do the workout and then come back to work. Or if I have time in the morning, before my first meeting or whatever the case may be. I haven't done it yet, but I think he had the sumo deadlift high pulls. He did put up a home workout for today. So I'll probably do that.
Okay.
It's 3 rounds, if I remember right, of 30 sumo deadlift high pulls and 400 meter run, maybe.
Oh,
if I remember it from this morning.
That sounds pretty tough, honestly.
I did it last time. Whatever.
Okay.
I must have done that last time too.
Oh, okay. Did you have a score for it?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So he said the other option was to run your mile run. Did you do that last time? Your mile?
I did. Yep.
Okay. How did it go?
I was shooting for closer to 7 minutes. I always plateau. I feel like when I first started, I would be gassed. I would go too fast at the beginning with my running most of the time. But I feel like I've gotten good at that, at staying steady in the beginning, but I plateau in the middle and then I like try to catch it up at the very end. But
Okay, so it's like steady, and then it's like, ooh, and
yeah,
then you're like, wait, I have to catch
yeah,
this time up.
yep. I'm like, damn, I
Okay.
gotta make this up now. But I did have a pretty good little sprint at the end. I think I was able to sprint like the last 200 meters or so
Nice.
of it to try
Nice.
and get closer. But yeah, I fell short. My goal was right around 7 minutes, but
Okay,
we'll get it next
nice.
time, maybe.
Yeah, heck yeah. Okay, and then the next one I wanted to talk about was heavy days. What does that look like for you? Is it pretty easy to keep that like as written as the gym writes it? What does that look like?
Heavy days are my favorite. I love heavy
Okay.
days. But yeah, for the most part, because the barbell and the squat rack, really all I need for most of those movements. So yeah, I have enough weight. Um, I don't push too hard just because usually I'm by myself, so I don't have a spotter, especially on the bench. I don't want to get trapped underneath the bench. That
Right.
would suck. So, but yeah, I love heavy days. Like yesterday, good day, had a good one. But I actually so Z got me a bunch more weights, but I used to actually tape my kettlebell and dumbbells to my barbell to get more weights on them.
Oh my gosh,
Until
that's so sketchy.
it's very sketchy. And I took a picture of it and sent it to Z, and he's like, "No, I'm sending. Yeah, you're getting." He's like, "I have some weights that you can use. Here's some more. You're not
That
doing
is
that."
amazing. That's
Yeah,
awesome. That is so cool. That is just outrageous, but amazing.
yeah.
Leads me to like Olympic lifts. What does that look like? Are you cleaning? Are you snatching? Are you even like are you overhead squatting? Like are more complex lifts? Are you still trying to do those and performing those?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I still do those. Overhead squats. Yeah. Yeah, I do everything. I learn a lot. I just learned about the hook grip because Z's always asking me for videos, but I always feel weird videotaping myself. So he's always asking me for videos of my lifts and stuff. And then I can't remember, about a month ago, I sent him one of my snatch, and I think he gave me a B, which I'll take on the
That's
grading
pretty
scale.
good.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, I feel like, right? But yeah, so I'll do some chatting with Z here and there, but then I'll watch some different YouTube videos just about how to like improve and what we're looking for and things like that. But yeah, all the Olympic lifts, I'm trying to think. I think I do them all, as far as I
Okay,
know.
nice. I'm happy to hear that you just learned the hook grip and you'll be incorporating that forever. Did Justin say that? Did he say, if you want to be strong, if you care to be strong, you have to hook grip?
Yeah, after the game. I don't know if he said it like that, but he definitely was like, "You're doing this wrong. This is what you need to do. Look it
Oh
up."
my gosh,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Yep.
Okay, so one thing that was really cool that stood out to um, Justin and everyone else at Salty Hive, and Justin even, I believe he talked about it at our Christmas party this year, is that you PR'd your total this year.
My
Is that
total,
right?
is that the 1,000-pound club?
Yes. Or you
Yeah.
made
Okay.
it to the
So
1,000-pound club or
yes.
something like that. Tell us
Yeah.
a little bit about that process.
So yeah, I can't remember. I think this was my first year where I paid attention to it, or like kind of noticed what it really was.
Okay.
In looking at the different workouts and leading up to it. But thinking about what my PRs were in those lifts, I was like, if I push myself, I think I could get pretty close to 1,000, and hit that 1,000-pound club. So I took it pretty seriously in the weeks up, right? Because is it 8 weeks that you kind of are prepping for it? I can't remember.
I think we've like adjusted year by year.
Okay. Yeah. But whatever that preparation period was, I had on my whiteboard in the garage, I had my PRs, and I would add them up, and I'm like, oh, you still need 160 more pounds somewhere between those three. You better figure it out. But yeah, I kept them up there and would change them, as they increased. And And then on the actual day, I had my brother come over and spot me, which I think was a little, it wasn't fully alone in the garage, but because he gave me some, motivation, some pumping up.
Right.
But yeah, it was sweet. I hit I think it was a 385 deadlift right as like 0 hit on the clock. And that's what I needed to hit. I got 1,000 like even.
Oh, nice.
Right
What were your other lifts?
So 385, I believe, was the deadlift. Maybe that was the squat. I'd have to look it up. I think 260 was my bench. 385 was the back squat, maybe. And then whatever else is left for the deadlift.
The leftover? Okay.
Yeah, whatever the leftover was. But yeah.
That is awesome. Yeah, that was really cool. And I remember Justin being like, this guy's just been working out in his garage and he's following our program and he's PRing. And it's just like, it really is so incredible and so awesome. And that was one of the things he was like, you got to get Spencer on this podcast. Like, you have to know what's going on in the garage.
A lot of sweat. Sweat. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so you had mentioned in 2025, some of your goals are handstand walking. Do you have any other goals coming up?
No, I think handstand walking is the one for me right now. And I'm halfway through the year. Well, we're over halfway, so I really need to get on that because I haven't been.
Okay.
but I'll get on it. Yeah, we'll see. No, I think a little bit just better movement on the snatch, I would say, and practicing that hook grip definitely more and more because it's weird.
For you.
It's weird. I was like, what? I watched the video and then I grip and then I watched the video again. I'm like, I don't think I'm doing this right because my hands are all weird and whatnot, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I complained about the hook grip for probably 2 years. Until I was like, fine, I'll do it. Yeah. Okay, what is next for the garage gym? Are you like seeking out something new, some new equipment, something? Yeah.
I think a bench is probably the next one.
Okay, so you don't have a bench.
I don't have a bench. I just use the box.
Oh, okay. I guess I didn't realize that. I don't know why I thought you had a bench. I just assumed.
Yeah, nope. I just use the box, which is limiting, right, for the shoulders. On the bench specifically. But yeah, I think a bench. We cleared up some space. Currently, though, my garage gym is even less because we're remodeling our kitchen. So I have like a little square to work out in the garage, but we'll make it work.
Just get like a tiny little corner of the garage.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, that is awesome. And obviously, if you're ever in town, we hope to see you at Salty Hive. I'm bummed that I missed you the last time you were here. I didn't realize you were in town. But yeah, I'm hoping to meet you in person one day as well as everybody else. And I think everyone's going to be really excited to be like, finally, they know who Spencer Walker is. They can put a face. Exactly. And then they can really be like, okay, what's Spencer Walker doing in his garage today?
Yeah, it's always a good time. Always a good time.
It is. I appreciate you coming on today. Do you have any closing thoughts? You don't have to. It's okay.
No.
Okay.
No. I guess one thing is whenever one last thing, whenever I look at a workout and I'm like, I don't want to bug Z. I don't know what to do. I just do some variation of the Murph. The Murph is you have everything, right? You just have your body. So, or even like on the road for work when I'm in a hotel gym where there's literally nothing. The Murph is always a good one to go to. Yeah.
Some running and pull-ups and push-ups and air squats. Can't go wrong with like body weight movements, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's always a good one. I always tell people, they're like, what should I do while I'm on vacation? I'm just like 100 burpees for time.
There you go. It's good.
That's always what I tell people.
Yep. You can do it in your hotel room. You don't even have to go down to the gym. Yeah.
Exactly. It's so easy. Well, it's not easy, but it's simple.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your time for doing this. And we are excited to really embrace the Spencer Walker in our community.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me. And Yeah, next time I'm down there, I'll hopefully see some people at the gym. For sure.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Bye.